Hello. I am not going to take a sip in between every word. I just got back from walking and jogging, running a little bit. So I'm sweaty. I'm a little bit out of breath, but I wanted to make a video today. I don't have anything planned, just jumping right into it, seeing where my spontaneous thought takes me. I don't know if that is guided by God to say something, or maybe that's just, I can produce good things spontaneously, and sometimes I can produce things in a more planned way. So I think each way of doing this brings something different. So it so happens that I don't want to plan anything and I want to make a spontaneous video. So, and that's what I've been doing on this channel, or just what I've been making and uploading to this YouTube channel has been just spontaneous thoughts and rambles. Just whatever is coming to mind next. Rolls, and I just try to make something useful for somebody. Just through sharing my thoughts and ideas that come up. What I'm doing now is just explaining what I'm doing. So I want to stop explaining what I'm doing and shift the next part of this video into whatever comes up next. There is sometimes a pressure in myself to not have a big long pause, like for me to go ahead and start speaking on something else. So I'm letting you know that. That's what I'm talking about next, is I'm letting you know the pressure that builds up when I just pause and go, what's the next thing? The next thing that I could tell you about. So my mind is going to this thing that I've been thinking about, or this video that I watched today and some of those ideas, or what I did this past weekend. And I guess the thing that's coming through is I'm telling you about this process. And it might be totally possible that I don't really have anything to say. But that hasn't really been the case yet. So I'm open to whatever coming up. I am holding back a lot of things that I could just like go right into, like talking about, I don't know how much time, because like explaining to you that I minimized the camera. I can't see how long I've been recording. Now I'm looking at it. It's been 5 minutes. Me remembering that I'm in a tank top on this video. I forgot because I wasn't looking at myself. Thinking about, my hands, thinking about, in this camera angle, this railing here, it almost looks like it's like a half level, like all the way across, but it's really stairs that continue to go up. But I think that would be really cool if this was like a flat wall, that this went like just all the way across like that, like a half level railing there, or level. That'd be cool. Anyway, so I'm just sharing with you my thought process on what I am choosing to talk about when I have no specific thing to talk about. And some of it has to do with, like, there's some things going on in my life that I feel like that would make me feel anxious to talk about, that I don't really want to explain or whatever. So I'm feeling that, like, pressure of, oh, what happens if I don't talk about it? Talk about just some stuff that I've been learning, but then, like, I'm not quite sure about yet. And I'm just sitting here practicing, creating, and being open to what God wants to create from my life. I'm in a season now where I don't know what God wants to create through me. It's kind of like, options for creativity are wide open, and, there's a feeling of, like, I don't want to start something that isn't going to, that I'm not going to follow through, with, or make into something significant or be worthwhile my time if it doesn't go anywhere. Don't want to burn up those days working on something for 1 day, 2 days, 2 weeks, and then find that, like, it didn't go anywhere, especially when you have to face fears to do that thing. Face, like, ridicule and criticism. It's like, if I'm not sure that I'm going to stick with this, like, I don't want to embarrass myself over this thing that I don't want to stick to. Which I don't really think is the point. I don't think it's the point of creation, of play, of life, is to make sure that you would get good enough at something to justify the embarrassment that you'd have to go through, or the self-criticism, or the criticism from others that you might have to go through. to essentially try something that you may not be sold that you really want to do that. So, I don't know, does that mean that like you should find what you really love and want to do so much that you're willing to, embarrass yourself and stuff? And I think that's how a lot of people make things like that possible, is because they love it so much that they're willing to go through, X, Y, and Z. But I'm sitting here thinking, yeah, I am doing that with making these videos, thinking the whole time that like, I don't know where or if this will take me anywhere. There's hopes that me creating this is helpful to people, but I definitely know that it's not I believe that it's not the best content out there, or the best content I could create, or I don't believe that it's content at a level that would be popular, or popular is relative, because the amount of views that I get on this, it could be seen as popular versus someone who gets less. It's not popular to, something that gets more. But I think more so, it's looking for, does it reach the level of helping others that fulfills you? Are you creating the level of product that fulfills you? That you are happy and proud that you created it? So, I don't know. I think I spoke in the last video that I didn't like going back and watching my old videos. So I did go back and watch the last one that I did. It wasn't that bad. Maybe because it was the day of, or the next day that I watched it, it wasn't that far removed from myself. So it wasn't way in the past where, I might be more judgmental of a past self. So maybe I'll go back and watch other things of myself, other videos all the way through. It's just, it's kind of boring. It's work to do that. Let's see how long I've been speaking. 14 minutes. This is about good. I was thinking of maybe diving into another topic, but too, like, I'm not the only one at work in doing this. So let's just ask God. God, what would you like me to share more here now? What do you want to do? I don't know. So I'm going to stop this video. If he wants me to say something else, I'll make another video. So that was my chat today. I don't know what I will give as a title. I could give it something clickbaity. I don't really try to do that. Or I could just, usually I kind of try to reflect on whatever I think I remember what I had said. But this one felt like a little bit of a weird I haven't ugh. I didn't feel like this one was centered around a thought, just more of my awareness of what I was thinking and processing. But yeah, we'll see. But thank you and goodbye.